Hello everyone, I'm back with another new t-shirt design. Now this one I'm going to make a really simple t-shirt design because I'm just doing one advanced, one basic kind of thing right now. So this one is just going to be a really simple t-shirt design. Now for this one, this coffee is my focus text. So that's why I'm going to use a scripted kind of font for my that coffee text. I'm going to use Hello Ventica regular. This font is really good. Then for this, okay, let's make them online. Humanity runs on. Now I'm just going to, I'm using a coffee bean vector here. This is just to give it a coffee kind of feel. Of course, we are using a text of called coffee, but still. Okay, so I want to put this text in a circular way here. So for that, I am going to create a circle here just like this, then pressing shift X, that will make it into a stroke, convert it into a stroke. Now if I press Ctrl C, Ctrl F, it will make another copy and paste in front of that ellipse or circle. So I'm pressing shift and alt together, then if I make it bigger, it is going to like be big in all the directions. That is really easy. Now I need this text. I'm going to maybe use something like Explorer font here. Explorer serif font I am using here. Let's Ctrl X to cut it. Now I am selecting the upper ellipse, the outer ellipse. Then I am going to type on path tool. If I click here, this is going to give me this option to write here. Now if I press Ctrl V, it is going to paste in here. Now I want it to be a bit smaller in size. Now this humanity text can be a focus point, but I am just focusing on my coffee text right now because that's the emotion here, that's something people will buy it for. Now I am selecting my this text here, this ellipse here, sorry, this inside ellipse. Ctrl C, Ctrl F to paste it in front again, and then I am making it a bit bigger, just like this much bigger maybe. Then I can simply select these two ellipse. Now if I make them bigger, it is going to be same size big for both of them. Now this one I need to make it like the space in the lower part of the text should be same as the upper part of the text, something like this, or maybe a little bit up. Okay, I need to zoom in to make small changes, so that is good. Now this one is, you can see it is 19 point or pixel, so I am pressing I for my eyedropper. Now if I click on this ellipse here, it is going to pick the same size. Now both of them are in same size. Now maybe for this one, my text I can just move it something like this, or maybe a bit bigger in size. Again I am going to move it a little sideways like this. That is good for me. Now for this one here, I am going to like selecting my these two ellipse, I am going to make them a group here. So selecting them like this, then Ctrl G to group. Now if I select my this coffee text, I am going to break it, or I can just break this font also. So that is good. Now I am selecting my this coffee text. I need to make sure that my text is in the center position, something like this, or maybe I can go to object, transform and shear. In vertical I am going to make it rotate like this just a bit. Okay, that is not looking good because we have some, we rotate our text, this humanity runs in a bit rightward, that is good. Now I am, my coffee text is selected. I am going to object, path, and then offset path, something like 10 pixel or maybe 20 pixel, that is good. Now if I make it, if I click OK, I have this offset path. I'm pressing Ctrl X to cut it. Now as we make this two ellipse a group, we can open the transparency for it. Right click, then click on this clip. I'm pressing Ctrl F to paste in front. So as you can see, this is how it is looking right now. This area is being cut out, and that is really good. Now for this ellipse here, I am going to expand them. They are in a stroke right now. If I make them expand them, it is going to become fill. Now I am pressing shift X, sorry, shift E for my eraser tool, and I am pressing alt to erase like this. So I can just simply erase the part that I don't want. I could have done this before, but I wanted to create this offset path effect here. That is just, that looks really good. So this is my focus text here. Now for this coffee text here, I am going to select my these two F and make them a bit longer, just like this, or a bit more, something like this. So that is good. Now for this coffee beans here, I am going to make them a bit smaller. I can put them something like this, maybe in this area, just to fill it, put something like there. Now this part is looking good. In this part I want to create an effect here. So for creating that, I'm going to take a just a straight line like this, on a straight line. Then if I press shift X, it is going to convert into a stroke, maybe 10 pixel or 20 pixel. That is good. Now from this stroke panel, I am going to make them round cap. That will make their edge this kind of round looking. That is good for me. Now here I want to create a effect like this line. Okay, first of all, let's break the stroke, make it fill. That is good. Now here I want to like make this going through my this 2F, like this part is will be on the back and this part will be on top. So let's do that. I'm going to go to object path and then offset path again. So 20 pixel is a bit bigger. For here I'm making it 10 pixel. That's good. Let's press OK and then Ctrl X to cut. Now I am going to select my this coffee text. Now if I open the transparency for it like this, I'm pressing Ctrl F to paste in front. So this is looking like this, but I wanted to create a effect here. So this part of the line will be in the back and this part is on the front. So same here, this part will be on top, this part will be on back. So for that I am selecting this offset path of the line here and then pressing shift E for eraser tool. Now I want to erase it from this area, something like this. Just do whatever I am showing here, it will look good. Then this part will be on top, but this part I want to make it in the back, something like this. So this is how it is looking right now. Then if I click here, I can select my this coffee text, or I can double click to select my this 2F only. Then go to object path and then offset path. Of course I'm going to make it same size or maybe a little smaller than the size here, something like this, 8 pixel. Then click OK, Ctrl X to cut. Now double click to isolate, to exit the isolation mode. Now I am selecting my this line here and opening the transparency for it. I'm pressing Ctrl F and that will give it a look like this. And where we just erase the part, we keep the part that is looking like this. Where we erase, it is looking like this. So I need to select this one, then press shift E for eraser tool. Now I want to remove these parts, just like this. So this is making this look, and of course for this area also. Okay, so sorry for that. I need to select my this offset part of this F. Then if I press shift E for eraser tool, I can simply erase this part. Be careful, if I erase something like this, it is going to destroy the effect. So be careful when erasing. Just erase the part you don't want and keep everything that you want, something like this. So as you can see, this is how it is looking right now. This is looking like this line is going through this text, something like this. Or maybe just we made some mistakes here. Maybe this part should be in back, this part should be on top. That will create a effect. Okay, so let's do that again. I am selecting the this one here, then inside the transparency I am erasing everything. That is good. Now I am, if I select my this coffee text, inside the transparency I am erasing everything. Sorry guys, that is just a mistake. So if I select my line again, so let's do that again. Offset path again, 8 pixel I am keeping here. Ctrl X to cut. I am selecting my coffee text, inside the transparency press Ctrl F. So this part I want to erase. Let's erase this part. I want to keep this part and I want to erase this part, just like this, maybe a bit bigger in size, something like this. Okay, that is good for me. Okay, now it is looking good. Okay, now for this area here I am going to select my 2f, again path and then offset path. You see sometimes I also make mistakes using transparency because this is a bit confusing, but once you get the idea of transparency you can do it perfectly. So this is looking like this. I am pressing shift E for eraser tool. Now I am erasing this part here. That is really good. Again this part from here, be careful not to erase something like this. So that is good. Okay guys, so as you can see this is how it is looking right now. It's looking like that line is going through my 2f here. So this is my final design for this video guys. This is not a real fancy looking design. This is the very easy and very simple as possible, but still this is a good design because this is a related design. People can relate this design with their real life. Like if someone is a coffee lover, he will find this design interesting. So that's it guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you learned something new from this one, especially when we are making some typography design. Just focus on the focus text, focus on the message, not just huge elemental vector designs. The easy design, simple design that your audience can read, that your audience, your customer can understand, that's the good design, that's the better one, that one sells. So thank you everyone, see you in the next video guys, have a great time, thank you.